So that is why Power BI is mostly used. It is usable for all kind of users. If you want just to view the report, Power BI will give one kind of license to use it. If you want to develop the report, Power BI will provide you that kind of facility. If you want to build the entire like coding, like for example, if you want to embed those report or embed this report into website, you have a one more other components. Okay, so that we will be seeing in the next coming slides. So based on all these features, Power BI stands out compared to the other visualization tools. Okay, so coming to the next yeah, what is Power BI? So as I said, this three main features stands for Power BI. First is business analytical tool. It is widely used in business analytics or BI world, Power BI. So if anyone in the industry will ask you, do you know Power BI, or they'll be working in the Power BI, either it could be a developer, or either it could be a BI analyst or a data analyst, either it could be a end user also, end user in the sense like a client or a customer. Even they will be using the business analytical tool, because we will be providing a knowledge, or we will be providing the procedure or the process to use them also. So that is why it is called a self-service BI tool. Okay, what is self-service BI tool? Self-service BI tool is nothing but no much code needed. Okay, it is just a drag and drop features. Power BI will have a drag and drop feature. You no need to have to write a code to build a chart. You don't need to write queries to build a chart. Okay, it's just a drag and drop feature. Okay, and no much code needed, and it has many built-in auto functions. So for example, if you wanted to write down, or if you wanted to build some calculation, so in IT world, if you would have seen this terms called YTD, MTD, year to date, and month to date, quarter to date, or same period last year or last year. These are some of the common KPIs which in BI world we will be using, irrespective of any data visualization tool. These KPIs are common in business. Okay, irrespective of any domain. If you take sales domain, you will have this KPIs. If you take marketing domain, you will have this KPI. If you take supply chain management, or if you take finance, you will have this KPIs is must. So this KPIs, to build this KPIs, no need to write any calculation or calculated fields. Instead, we can automatically use the built-in auto functions. How we can use it, we'll see in the sessions when it starts. Okay, next is tool for data visualization. So what is tool for data visualization? So converting any table data or unstructured data into visualization. Okay, so visualization, how important is visualization? Okay, so coming to visualization in real world, how can we show visualization, and how important is visualization? So for example, I'll show you one of the example. Okay, so this is a Power BI interface. I just wanted to be the session interactive. Okay, so I just imported one of the sample file. Okay, so you can see I have the data here. Okay, these are the different columns I have from one of the table. It's called orders data, which is nothing but a retail sales related domain data. Okay, so I have a few of the columns like row ID, order day, ship date. Okay, I have customer name, segment, and I have a different fields called sales before. You can see a sales before discount, sales after discount, quantity, discount, profit. Okay, now if the end user asks me, like, can you please provide me sales after discount, or total overall sales, how will you get to know what is your total overall sales, right? So you cannot show it in this way, right? This is a table data, this is a table data. So you cannot just show them, like you cannot, how do you do usually, like you have to write some DAX, or you have to write some functions, or if you, let's take in Excel, this data is open in your Excel. Okay, so many of you would have been, I hope Excel, you are aware. Okay, so it is also a Microsoft tool where you can use it. Okay, so you will be opening that your data in Excel, and you'll be like, how do you do, you just click on the column, and at the end it will be showing the sum of result in Excel, correct? But do you present the same way to your user? He will not be satisfied at all. He will say like, I can also do this. How, what is the use of it, right? So converting this any table or a raw data, or this is called unstructured data, okay, converting this any table data or unstructured data into visualization is, yeah, is very important. So that is why Power BI acts as a very important data visualization tool. So coming to this one, so how do we find out now what is my total sales? So what I'll do, I'll just bring one card. I will bring that, what is it called, sales after I wanted to find, right? So I'll just type sales, and I'll just, this is a drag and drop feature. You can see I just dragged and drop. So I can show you now I have total 1.92 million. My total sales after discount is 1.92 million. So you can also compare with before sales, and you can see how much is in a profit after discount, right? So you can, this is just a data visualization tool where we just dragged and dropped the features. So, okay, so this feature is very important, that is tool for data visualization. Okay, so how do we converted the table data or the raw data or unstructured data into the visualization? So this is very important in order to convert the raw data or unstructured data in real time and bringing into the visualization. Trust me, it's not that easy as we see now. Like, this is a sample data, right? So we just bring it into the visualization. It is almost everything is prepped, it is almost clean, and it is having a structured kind of data now. But in real time you will not have this kind of ready-made data unless and until it depends on the data sources, which kind of data sources you'll be connecting, and what kind of project you are, and what are the different teams you have. Okay, so that we will talk in coming sessions, and I will explain you all the real time scenarios, what and all we will go through, and what kind of transformations we will go through. Okay, that we will be talking in the real time in the once the class starts it. Okay, so going to the next one, what is Power BI? Okay, what is Power BI? Why do the BI world requires it? Is how does it helps us? So as I said, BI is nothing but a business intelligence platform. Okay, in this, there is a definition for business intelligence also. What is business intelligence? Business intelligence is nothing but it is the method or a technique used or applied in order to grow the respective business. So for example, let's take, you have a sales store, you have a retail sales store in one of the location, or you have in more, two or three of the location in the same area or in the same different provinces. You have a retail sales store. Okay, so you will introduce some kind of offer, some kind of discounts in one of the stores, and in one of the stores you will also introduce the same. But in one of the region, let's consider region A as the highest sales. So there are people over the full of the market, they'll come, they consume, they buy the products, you have the highest sales, and you go out of stock. Okay, but in region B, which is located apart from a different province or a different state, where you can see the same offers has been applied, the same discounts has been provided, but still you can see loss. Okay, people are not coming, people are not buying. Why? Because this, for this, the user or the retail store owner will do, this is one kind of example which I'm providing. So how does BI world will help? Okay, so the retail store owner will have, he has to do his own analysis, right? He has to get some analysis why it is not going well there. The same product, the same, I'm buying from the same shop, I'm investing from the same amount of money, but why it is not going well there and why it is going well. So he will come to the any of the organization, or he will give he'll come to the any of the analyst, or he'll come to the any of the project in order to seek help for his business, in order to grow his business. Okay, he say, I'm having this many of outlets, I'm facing this problem, so I wanted to know where I'm going wrong. So what we will do, we will collect this data. Okay, the data could be, he might be having a system, billing system, right? You might be having a billing system, you might be having a stock system. Nowadays everywhere we will have the billing system. Without billing system there is no any a small shop also. So we will collect those billing system data, we will collect those stock related data, data we will collect is invoice data, and we will start analyzing it. Okay, so we will start analyzing it. We will see what is his problem, where is he going loss, why is he going loss only in that region. Okay, so that we would be analyzing, and that we would be doing it by how, by applying the BI techniques. Okay, that is business intelligence technique. So how do we apply this business intelligence techniques? That is nothing but there is called a BI tools. So Power BI is one of the BI tool, that is a data visualization tool. Similarly, in order to get the data, in order to process the data, and in order to build the data warehouse or data models, we will have the other tools also, that is called ETL tools. For example, we have Informatica, we have the SSIS. Okay, and that could be for integration purpose we will be using it. And in order to store the data, okay, it depends on SQL server or Azure SQL server or any other SQL databases, where, or any other databases like Oracle or any other MongoDB, any other databases, depending on their project, depending on the data size. Okay, this and all, like our project architecture we will be deciding. Okay, so we will be pushing those data after the integration to the one of the data warehouse. Okay, after data warehouse, this is also a BI tool. Okay, then after data warehouse we will be building the SSAS models. Okay, that is nothing but a that is nothing but a data model. Okay, so that can be built in SSAS, or it can be built in Power BI, or it can be built in any other data visualization tools. Okay, so this are the BI tool, these are the BI data tools which helps the business in order to grow their business. Okay, so coming to the, again I said Power BI helps to get these metrics and helps the business to grow in their own perspective. Okay, so coming to the next one. So here, as you see, as I said, Power BI is a data analytics service which deliver the insights and enable fast informed decision. We will help the business to take a proper decision based on our data analysis. Okay, we will be analyzing a data, and we will be providing the insight in terms of data visualization tool. And what does business users do? They will be seeing this reports, they will consume this reports, and they will be making a proper decision based on the analysis part. Okay, so as I said, BI tools, we have the transform data. The first one is transform data, where we will be as I said, all the data will not be straightforward, it will not be structured. So we have to do the we have to apply some transformation techniques where the unstructured data will be converted to structured data. Okay, after converting the data, after making it a clean prep data, we will be, we're building the visualization for analysis and also for the end users to consume. Okay, so once the reports has been built, how it will be collaborated or shared. Okay, so how do we share the report? So we will be sharing it on online, through online. That part I will teach you in the sessions when we start, like how we collaborate and how we share the reports in terms of within the organization or outside the organization, how do we share it. So that is nothing but collaborate and share. So next is scales your organization with built-in governance and security. Security is very important in terms of BI world. Okay, it's just not Power BI or just not any other visualization tool. In BI world, security is very important because your data is the main ingredient. Okay, for everything, your data is the main ingredient. If your data is not secured and if your data is not governed properly, it can be misused everywhere, right? It can be misused everywhere. Anywhere can they access their data, and it might go in loss, or it might, the business might get corrupted, and they might go shut down. Okay, so what is very important in terms of all the BI tools, irrespective of everything, what are the features it has its own features, but very important is security and governance. We have to provide the security and governance in order to protect our data. Okay, so in Power BI also we have a security concept, which is nothing but providing an access, managed level access, or providing the RLS. Okay, which is very important concept. So this we will be going through in the coming sessions when we start, when the Power BI classes starts. So next is integration with Power BI. What is integration with Power BI? So Power BI, as I said, it's a Microsoft tool, right? So it's Power BI just doesn't. It's not just a Power BI desktop or where you will download it and where you will build the reports, but also along with that you will be publishing the reports to the service, or it's called cloud. You will be publishing to the cloud where the users or the end users will consume those reports. Okay, along with that, Power BI has its own feature. What is that? Integration with its Microsoft tools. Okay, you can see here in the Microsoft tools, that is nothing but Excel, we have Teams, we have VB Script, we have Visual Studio, we have SharePoint, we have Cortana, which is again with the Windows associated voice assistant. Okay, so along with all this, Power BI can be fully integrated in order to provide a proper service to end users, and we can make the reports or insights very interactive. Okay, very interesting and very interactive. So that also we will see in the sessions how we can do it, how we can include the Microsoft tools, and how we can combine Microsoft tools into the Power BI report, and how can we use it. Okay, so next is just I'm not going to talk about the complete history of Power BI, just two lines of history. Okay, just to know like how the Power BI got evolved. Okay, so learning history also, we have to see like how far the Power BI has come, correct? So just knowing about it, just two lines. Okay, Power BI is you can see, it's called Project Crescent. Okay, so first Power BI was originally called Project Crescent, and it was initially available in July 2011. Okay, 2011 was it was available, and it was bundled with the SQL Server code name called Denali. Okay, it was bundled. It was not an independent Power BI project. It was bundled with a SQL Server package. If you buy a SQL Server, you will also have this Power BI concept called with a different name called Denali. Okay, so coming to the, then it is renamed to Power BI, and it is unveiled in September 2013. Okay, Power BI was renamed from the code name Denali, and it was released in September 2013. It was with called as Power BI for Office 365 based on Microsoft Excel. So it was still not independent, but it was released along with the Microsoft Excel's tool. Okay, if you open a mic, if anyone has worked Microsoft Excel, or they have no Microsoft Excel, they will be very well with this concept. Okay, so we would have the based on add-in features, which is nothing but a Power BI for Office 365, where we will be adding it in the Excel. So which has a different parts, that is nothing but a Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View, or a Power Maps. Okay, you would have heard this during the Excel. So this is what it was released. Later in 2015, July 24, it was officially introduced on as a standalone product for the general public. Okay, as a separate standalone product, that is nothing but a separate Power BI file where you can download it for building the or developing the reports, and for publishing. And it was released as a standalone product. So beta version was done, and it was completely was released to as a standalone product for the general public in July 24, 2015. Okay, and coming to the Power BI, still now for the Power BI application, we have an updates every month. Okay, every month the updates and the futures will be optimizing, will be updating, and we will have the release for every month for the Power BI, maybe in the month starting or the end of the month. Okay, we will have the release from Microsoft for the Power BI, and we will be using the latest version every month. And every month you can see there will be an add-in features in terms of visualization, in terms of data security, in terms of DAX, or in terms of queries, in terms of adding the different data source connectors. Okay, we will have a different types of data connectors adding, and different types of custom visuals adding. Okay, so that we will be seeing in the coming session also, where do we go, how do we get to know the features, how do we implement those features. Okay, so next is coming to the Power BI. So there could be a question arising like, if it is similar to Excel. So there you would have heard this saying that Power BI, if you know Excel, Power BI is very easy. Okay, so they would be this statement everywhere. If you know Excel, Power BI is easy. Yes, I agree with the statement. If you know Excel, Power BI is easy because you can relate to it and you can build it. But then there would be again a different question, then why do we use Power BI, right? This question might arise. So why do we use a Power BI? So compared to Excel, there is a different features which is not available in Excel. What are those features? That is nothing but share and collaborate with Power Office, Office 365, etc. So in Excel, you cannot collaborate or integrate it with other different Microsoft applications. For example, you cannot integrate with Power Apps or Office 365 apps. What are the Office 365 apps? That could be PowerPoint, that could be Excel, that could be Word, that could be the SharePoint, that could be Cortana, okay, or that could be Teams, or that could be Outlook. Okay, you cannot integrate or collab or share in Microsoft Excel. Okay, next is cloud service. So like building the reports in Excel is all fine, but how do you share the user? How do you share that report to user? You have to share the Excel file itself, right? You do not have anywhere a cloud service, or you do not have anywhere a server where you will be publishing the Excel reports, right? You instead you have to send them a complete file, complete dot excel file. Okay, but in Power BI, you don't need to send the Power BI files. In fact, we will not be sending the files itself. Instead, we will be publishing into cloud, and we will share the reports directly through cloud itself. Okay, that is what cloud service. Next is custom visuals. So in Excel, if you see, you have something called a default visualization, right? So you have maximum, you have a different kinds of column chart or bar chart, line chart. Okay, or you might have the pie chart, donut chart, or some scatter charts, or some maps. That's all you have. But in Power BI, you have a something called custom visuals. Custom visual means it's nothing but customizing the visual according to the user's requirement, or according to the requirement, and customizing the visual and providing the insights to the users. Okay, so that facility we have through Power BI. How do we import the custom visual? How do we handle it? Okay, we have, that is a big story again, so which we will be seeing in the classes. Okay, schedule data refresh. So as I said, just importing a data and building the reports is not, it's just not the only point for the users, right? So what is the use if your data is constant? What is the use if your data is not getting refreshed every day? You users or end users or customers will be seeing the same data every day, right? They will not be they will not be able to see the fresh data, or they'll be not see the data up to date. What is the use if we are not providing the up to date data to the users? Then what is the point of building the reports, right? So building the reports is like providing the insight and keeping the data up to date, in order to provide make their decision for the business. So if we use the Excel report, we cannot schedule the refresh, we cannot schedule the data refresh for the reports. How do we refresh? We have to open the Excel file, we have to go, we have to click data, and we have to click refresh manually every time. So how long will you do? What if your report has to be updated every month, every 1 hour? Or what if your data has to be updated every half an hour? Or what if your report has to be live? Okay, but that concept is not available in Excel, but in Power BI it can be done. Okay, that is nothing but a scheduled data refresh. Then RLS, as I said, security and governance is very important. If for example, if I am the like let's consider we have 4 managers for the same store, okay, in different locations, A, B, C, D. So how security is important? So suppose if the data is not secured or it is not governed, every managers can see all the data, right? What is the use of it then? It is like we are maybe that, what if the data, what if the data who is considering that manager misuse the data? You might also see the if for example, if region B owner or manager sees the data of region A, and he might get jealous and he might misuse it. How will you miss it? He might sell the data to anyone, or he might do it on like he might misuse that, and he might get into trouble, right? So and business will also get into trouble because of that. So RLS and security is very important. In Excel we cannot do this possible, so that is why in Power BI we can achieve it. So that is where it stands out, it stand out when compared to Excel. Okay, next is mobile friendly views for report. So in Power BI, in Excel, you can just build the reports on the Excel sheets, or in on the Excel this one, right, sheets or a different pages. But how can you build? You cannot build the reports on mobile friendly reports on Excel, right? And also you cannot view that Excel reports on mobile also, because you cannot send that Excel file and you can just view do it on maybe the Office 365 applications, you can use it, but it is not mobile friendly, right? Maybe you can use it, but you cannot, it is not mobile friendly. But Power BI can build the reports especially only for mobile friendly also, only for the mobile outlet, only for the mobile outline. It can be built in portrait mode, it can be built in landscape mode. Okay, so that is another feature when compared to Excel. Next is natural language Q&A. So Q&A is very important nowadays. So everywhere, you can see this natural Q&A options. For example, every phone will have this Q&A, right? If you take for example iPhone, you have the Siri as a voice recognition. You can just ask, hey Siri, what is that, what is this, and it gives an output. And if you consider the other Android, you will have the Google, or you will have the hey Google, you will have, or you can have the other inbuilt other voice recognitions. So Bixby and Cortana, you have a different voice recognition. Even Power BI, the end users also expects to have this Q&A, but instead of talking can be done with help of Cortana integration. But also sometimes they will just type it. How they'll type it, just instead of see, there is a report, there is a data imported, okay, but they wanted to see what is top 5 sales in that particular region, or what is the bottom 5 sales in that particular region. So instead of going and building a visualization or writing the code, we can just ask the natural language Q&A feature, what is the top sales in that region. It will give you answer automatically. Okay, that is what it is integrated with natural language Q&A. So we will see while the session starts, like how the training starts, how can we use it Q&A in desktop, how can we use it Q&A in service, how can the end user see it. Okay, and as I said, Power BI has the monthly updates. So every Excel do not have updates, right? How many years once the Excel gets updated based on the Office 365 applications, right? And not much features also added, but in Power BI we have monthly every updates adding with the different features of the different blocks. Okay, so coming to the Power BI components, so as I said, Power BI is just not a Power BI desktop, one single file. So many would have been get confused, oh, what Power BI means, we have just a desktop where we build the reports and we'll publish that into online cloud. But no, Power BI has its own components. These are the components which we have. So first one, which is nothing but a desktop, where I showed you the data and where I showed you just drag and drop features, right? So that is a free version. You can no need to pay. You can just download the desktop version. But only thing, you have to have a like organization or ID, or you can download it and you can use it. Okay, so that is with the Power BI desktop concept. So Power BI service is nothing but once your reports have been developed and it has to be published to the cloud, and where you will be collaborating or consuming, or you'll be sharing that reports to the users. Okay, so Power BI desktop is nothing but an on-premise feature. Power BI service is nothing but the cloud-based feature. That is nothing but SaaS, that is software as a service, because it is completely on cloud. No need to develop, or no need to install or configure any of the software to publish it. It is just a URL. It is online URL. You can just go and type it on the any of the browsers and you can directly use it. Okay, so what is next? Next is so first two, I guess everyone would have been familiar. What is second? Second is nothing but what is third one? Third one is nothing but Power BI report server and desktop. Okay, so that is especially built for the on-premise reporting service. What is on-premise? So for example, now Power BI desktop, as I said, we will be building the reports and we will be publishing to the cloud. That is nothing but app.powerbi.com. You would have been heard this URL. Okay, so we will be publishing there. But how so it is also online. Okay, you will be collaborated and used. So there would be some projects. Okay, there would be some project they don't want to see their data on cloud or online. Okay, so they say that it should be only to our server specific, only to our company specific. Okay, so for those kind of projects, or for those kind of companies, we will have the separate called a report server, where the reports also we will be building on premise, and we will be publishing it also on to their on premise server. It will be not on cloud, it will be completely to their dedicated company server. Okay, so in order to do that, we have for building, we have a separate desktop, like it's called Power BI report server desktop, where we will be downloading it, and where we will be using it we will be building the reports. And we have to use that only, because by using the Power BI desktop we cannot publish to the Power BI report server. Okay, we cannot publish because that would be online, and this would be the on premise, correct? So we cannot use it. So we have a dedicated Power BI report server desktop, and Power BI report server will be configured in order to publish their reports in for dedicated only to their organization. Okay, the next is it's called Power BI report builder, which is again introduced maybe like 3-4 years back. Okay, it's a separate desktop free version where we will be using this completely to build the paginated reports. Okay, so paginated reports is nothing but .rdl file. So if you know SSRS reports concept, then this paginated report is similar kind of that. Okay, so this, why do we use this report builder? Why can't we use the same normal desktop? Okay, why? It has its own reason, so that we will be seeing in the once class started. So next it is like Power BI embedded. Power BI embedded is nothing but where we will build the Power BI reports, and we will be embedding into some of the websites, some of the applications, or some of the custom applications. Okay, we will build the reports especially for those applications. So for that we have to use the component from Microsoft called Power BI embedded. Next is Power BI gateway. So as I said, Power BI gateway is nothing. So if we talked about the schedule refresh, right? So data is very important to keep it up to date. In order to do that, we require a gateway. Gateway is nothing but it will act as a third party, or it acts as a bridge between the refreshing the data and publishing the reports. So this concept we will see in detail once the class started. Okay, next is Power BI mobile, which I already spoke about it. Power BI mobile is nothing but where we will build the reports especially for Power BI mobile, so that the higher organizations or authorities, like for example the CIOs or CEOs, where they will not have time to use and go and see the link, see the workspace, see the report, entire report. Instead what they will do, they will just open it into their phone, and they will see what is my sales, how much percentage we are increased today, how much percentage we are decreased. Okay, that will be handy for them when using the phone. So we can do that through Power BI mobile. So we have a Power BI mobile app released for Windows also, for iOS also, for Android also. Okay, each one is compatibility to its own application of the mobile OS. Okay, next is developer. This developer is nothing but it's a complete a different tool where we will be using it in order to build the entire Power BI, not the reports or the visualization, but we will be using it to build the visual complete custom visualization. For example, think that you do not have a bar chart. Okay, in the organization you do not have a bar chart. So how do you use it, the bar chart? So you will be building from scratch the bar chart, the visualization itself you will be building it. So that is called a developer mode. I'm sorry for the disturbance, just a minute. Yeah. Okay, so these are the Power BI components which we saw. So coming to the Power BI overview. So this is a kind of architecture. I don't explain in much because anyway we have to see once the class starts completely. So I'll just explain a part of it. So that is nothing but how it is connected and how the Power BI reports will be built and what are the process. So the first one are the data sources. So what are the different data sources we have? It could be on-premise data sources, it could be online data sources, it could be the Excel files or the CSV files or the general text files. Okay, and it could be the organizational, some content pack, all those different kind of data sources. So using this data sources, what is next step? So using this next step, it is nothing but a building the reports. First we will be doing the data sources. We will check what are the different data sources we have. We will connect the reports to that data, will import the data. Okay, we will import the data to this data sources to the Power Power BI desktop. And what are the different process we will be doing it? We will be preparing the data, that is nothing but we will clean, transform, and we will make it as a structured data. Then we will go through, that is nothing but explore on analysis on data. Okay, we will see what kind of insights we can build on this data, what kind of insights that will help the business to build on this data. Okay, that is nothing but explore. Then we will build the report is nothing but the visualization which we will be building it. And next is share. What is share? Share is nothing but where we will be publishing into online services, and we will be sharing it to the our colleagues or to the different organizations. So after publishing, what happens in Power BI services? Okay, in Power BI services, what will happen? We will have the content packs, we will have the live dashboards, we can have the visualizations, we can have the reports, we can have the data sets, and we can do the data refresh. Okay, this we will go through completely each options when we session starts. And as I said, we have the natural language query, and we have the sharing and collaboration options. Okay, so this is how at the end, after doing all we will have the reports. So this reports can be consumed, how it can be consumed in desktop view, it can be consumed in mobile view, it can be consumed in the tab view also. Okay, so this is about the Power BI overview. So coming to the data sources, as I said, we have different data sources, that is 100 plus of data source connectors. We cannot say that we cannot connect to this data source. So as every month, since the update is also on, like every month we will be adding the connectors also. So every month one or the other connectors will be adding to connect to the data sources, and we will be building the reports. So these are the overall, it could be updated now also, but these are the sample overall 100 plus data sources which we can see. So you, from the file based purpose, you can add Excel file, XML file, CSV file, folder. You can connect to the SharePoint folder. Then you can also connect to the Power Platform environment where you will be building the reports directly connecting to that. And databases, you can see different databases here, that is SQL Server, Access, Oracle, IBM. Okay, and Teradata, SAP, Google. So you have a different kind of data sources. Okay, these all are kind of on premise. So this Azure, you can see these are like on these are cloud based services. Okay, so you here you can see like Azure SQL database, SQL data warehouse. Then you have the blob storage, different kind of online services where you can connect to SharePoint online directly. Okay, you can build the reports directly connecting to the online. So different data sources you have, and you can build the report. So next, this I will go through during the class. Okay, so next is kind of waves of user BI. What are the different users we have, what kind of users we have, and what are their role? So technical BI is nothing but developers who develop the reports to you end users, who will develop and give according to the users requirement, and give share it to the customers or to the business. That is called technical BI. Okay, you will be knowing completely in and out about the data, about the data modeling, about the data transformation, Power Query, all the stuff. What is self-service BI? Okay, so in each project you will have the BI analyst or data analyst. So what they will do is, like, once your report is built, so they will do the insights, they will do the insights. So how they will do in the insights? See, you will build the report and you will give it, but what their duty, they will understand their business. And okay, we might be build the reports based on the technical details. Okay, we can how does it is possible to do it, or if it is not possible, we will be always thinking in terms of technical perspective. But self-service BI, that is a BI analyst, what they will do it, they will be doing the insights based on the visualization which we will be providing. So for example, this visualization, how it helps the business, they will do that kind of analysis. So if it is not helping in business in any of that visualization, so they might remove it. Okay, so that kind of users, that is nothing but a self-service BI. That is most probably it will be categorized by BI analyst, that is business analyst, or it will be the data analyst. Next is end users BI. Okay, end users BI is nothing but a users or customer. Okay, apart from we build and give the reports, what end users BI will do? Okay, that is a customer. Some customers will be there. So what they say, that I will also want to try the reports, or I wanted to drag and drop few of the columns. See, for example, not everything can be represented in the reports. Okay, not everything can be pushed or congested or make it available in the reports. So sometimes few of the columns will not be there, sometimes few of the information will not be there. Okay, so for example, that users might need that information just for that time. It's not on the a regular basis. If it is on regular basis, we would be building the visualization, but only for when maybe monthly or maybe quarterly they wanted to see. So at that time we will be providing them the like access to, or we will be teaching them in order to access the how do we drag and drop the columns, or how do we build the visualization, just for them to understand. So they will not be building any coding, or they will not be writing doing any queries, power queries, or any DAX. They'll just drag and drop and they'll see. So the columns and all will be provided by the technical BI users, that is us. Okay, so these are the different waves of Power BI users. Okay, so these are the Power BI building blocks. So in this, it's called a main building blocks, nothing but a visualization. So it's called a data sets, reports, dashboards, and tiles. A visualization is nothing but a chart, a graph, or a map, anything. Okay, that is called as visualization. These are the terms used in Power BI. Data sets is nothing but collection of data which we will be preparing, which we will be cleaning, and we will be using to build the visualization and providing insights. Okay, reports is nothing but a combination of visualization. So visualization, as I said, it is one chart or two charts. Okay, so combination of all those charts is called as reports in Power BI. Okay, dashboard is a very important concept. And one thing is, we will not build the dashboard. Okay, we will in Power BI tool, maybe in the other visualization tool we can build a dashboard. That is, maybe Tableau you have the dashboard building, in Click you have the dashboard building, but in Power BI you cannot build the dashboard. But what is then dashboard concept? Instead we will be pinning it. Okay, we will be pinning it, we will not be building it. Okay, so that concept we will see entirely on the once the class session start. Next is tiles. So tiles is nothing but, once the dashboard has been pinned, what are those tiles we can see. Okay, so each tile can be pinned to the dashboard and we can see what are those what is their role area incoming. But generally these are the main building blocks for the Power BI. So the visualizations, these are very important. Without this we cannot like build the reports, or we cannot build the components. Okay, so these are the main building blocks. Okay, and then coming to the latest advanced features of Power BI. So as I said, latest advanced features which got added like 3 years back. So that is natural language Q&A, quick insights. Okay, which quick insight is nothing but, without building Power BI reports, we can just get the visualization automatically built, and if you want, you can edit that report and you can use it. That is called quick insight. Next is RLS security, which I talked about. Schedule refresh, as I said, you can do it for daily, weekly, or monthly. Then alerts and notification, for example, which is very important. For example, if your sales has gone increased, or if your sales has gone decreased, you will get an alert. Okay, that is called alerts notification. Then share to organization workspace, that is nothing but collaborating with your organizations and your colleagues. Then bookmark and navigation feature, which is very important again, which we will be seeing in the coming sessions. Okay, so apart from that, you will have the other advanced features of Power BI also, which has recently got added. So you can see that is a visual in tooltip feature, different types of KPI indicators, drill down, drill up, drill through concept. This is nothing but where you are seeing your reports to until the lowest level of granularity level. Okay, you can go or drill down your reports or your data until the lower level of granularity. So that is called drill down, drill up, and drill through. Next is connecting to a different data sources, how you can connect and what kind of supports we have, that you can see. Next is forecasting the data. We can also predict what is our next sales, or what is our next 2 years sales, or next 3 years sales, based on the forecasting or predictive analysis which can be done. Then cognitive data insights. What is cognitive data insights is very important, especially for the marketing dashboards. So for example, if you have tweets, or if you have like Instagram, or if you have a YouTube, okay, you will be seeing what are the positive insights, what are the positive comments you have, how many positive tweets you have, how many negative tweets you have, how many neutral tweets you have. Okay, that cognitive analysis you will be performing through Power BI, that you can also use it in cognitive data insights. Next is machine learning concepts. You have the Python, you have the R, you have the artificial intelligence, where it can be integrated in Power BI, and machine learning concepts can also be integrated and build the Power BI reports in more effectively. Okay, then I said sentiment and text analysis. So as I said, sentiment analysis nothing but where you will have the positive, negative, and neutral. You can apply that on the marketing dashboards, or you can apply on the different domain also. Next, we have a text analytics. Text analytics is nothing but where you will predict which tweet is mostly used, or which tweet is mostly retweeted. Okay, that kind of analysis can also be performed using Power BI, that is connecting to the live streaming data, that is Twitter, Facebook, social media, or any other media. So next we have a data flow, which is a very important concept which got introduced recently. Deployment pipelines, okay, and data mart. So all these features we will be learning in the sessions where once it starts. Data mart is in for your kind information, data mart is still in a preview feature. It is not available for generally available for all the users. It is just a preview feature. Okay, so these are the latest features we will be seeing it. So coming to the as I said, this we will be exploring in Power BI Service Expo workspaces. That is once after we publish the reports on cloud, we will be seeing it. That is navigation bar, dashboard, reports, apps, workspace. We will be seeing that. Okay, so and I have few of the sample dashboards which you can build it. So this could be a general one, but once class started, I'll be sharing the real-time reports with you, where you can see how it is built in real time. Okay, so these are the as I said, these are the Twitter reports where they had done the analysis. You can see here we have the positive tweets, negative tweets, and what is the total tweets, and tweets by campaign. So marketing will run each campaign, right? So for each campaign, what is the positive tweets they have got, each negative tweets, and what are the hashtag they have used, all this kind of this is one of the example for marketing dashboards. So coming to the next one, this is a sales executive dashboard, where they will have the total sales, revenue, gross profit, and they'll have the last year sales. So this is what I was talking about, comparing always the current year with the last year, just to see how we are compared to last year. So this will help them to take a business decision. Okay, so this kind of we will have, and we will have by region wise, by segment wise. Okay, so this reports also we will be building it. Then next, this is one of the advanced, or one of the what would I say, is like kind of different way of building the report using a very less number of colors, very less number of theme colors, and you'll be using building this kind of reports also. Okay, so this is about the Power BI today session. So if you have any questions, you can just post it here, or you can turn on your mic and talk to me.